Welcome to this, another in a series of videos produced by Our Lady of the Greenwood for Rite of Christian Initiation of Adults process. The topic of this video is What is Faith? Resources used to compile the video include the Journey of Faith series that we give out to all of the class attendees, the New American Bible, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, and James Fowler's Stages of Faith. Faith, in short, is the realization of what is hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, according to Hebrews 11. But let's take a look at it in a bit more depth. There are different types of faith. There's a faith in someone, such as the love of spouse or children, the promise of a teenager to stay within the parents' guidelines during the date, the little boy that's willing to jump off of the hill to his father's arms. Faith is a trust or reliance. In a broader sense, it means that we also believe in the actions of someone and not just the subjective person alone. That is, we have complete trust that the person will act in a given way. Now, religious faith is the most important kind. Living by faith means that we live as though we are loved and desired by God, even when our life experiences seem to fly in the face of this conviction. Hebrews 11 again states, we hold fast to conviction. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. For Catholics, the most important faith is in God as revealed through Jesus Christ. Growing our relationship with Jesus nurtures our faith in Him. Faith is our free response to God's loving invitation. According to the Catechism for Adults, by faith, we are able to give our minds and hearts to God, to trust in His will, and to follow the direction He gives us. Faith, can we do it? Let's look at some attributes of faith. If you were hanging from a cliff by a branch, and God came by and said, just let go, would you let go and let God? Faith introduces us to a kind of knowledge that human intelligence alone cannot attain. It enables us to receive God's love. Faith means that we do not always have to feel the confirmation of our beliefs. Don't evaluate closeness to God in terms of feelings. What does faith feel like? Well, it's a spiritual longing, which is part of human nature. As St. Augustine wrote, you have made us for yourself, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. Faith in God is a lens through which we see all of life. We find strength in our faith in difficult times, and the joys of life are more meaningful when we recognize them as God's blessings. St. Peter said that although you have not seen Him, you love Him. Even though you do not see Him now, yet believe in Him, you rejoice with an indescribable and glorious joy as you attain the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls. The Bible has much to say about faith. In Galatians, we hear, through faith, you are all children of God in Christ Jesus. In Ephesians, it's for by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from you, it is the gift of God. And in Mark, Jesus said, everything is possible to one who has faith. Then the boy's father cried out, I do believe, help my unbelief. Faith is about how we relate to creation. You know, we're dealing here with the ineffable. something that cannot truly be described even though we keep trying. Ineffable means that which can never be described by man, yet the very core of our desire and yearning for something more is present in all of us at some time in our lives. So that takes us a little bit towards the doctrine of creation. It is important to understand that we exist by the love of God, the Trinity. God is the Lord of the universe. Our very existence is dependent on His mystery. Our faith, trust in God from the beginning of creation is core to our Christian faith. Since God is truly ineffable, only faith can embrace the mysterious ways of God's almighty power. We yearn for something more. Creation is the foundation of all, and God created us to always be looking back to Him, to reconnect with His love in creation. This striving to reconnect is why we have faith. We are wired for this reconnection. We need and want to believe it is present. Does faith mean we don't question or doubt? Asking questions is one way to learn about the world and each other. God places question within our hearts and minds to draw us closer to Him and His will. God also gives us perception, reason, and conscience to guide us to truth. Faith seeks understanding. The Catholic Church is so grounded in essential truth that it will support and assist you in exploring your questions. So just remember, the believer does not seek to understand that he may believe, but he believes that he may understand. That's it for the topic of what is faith. Thank you for joining us on this journey for Rite of Christian Initiation of Adults at Our Lady of the Greenwood.